So, guys, I've been having a grumpy week. It's been tough.
You think you're grumpy?
I'm grumpy.
I gotta throw out these pants tomorrow.
What happened to your pants?
There's a hole in the bottom, like at the like in between my legs, and it's nearing the end. You know how it frays and it gets thin.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling of having like one of your favorite piece of clothing.
Oh,
It's like
it's
an
my
article of
favorite
clothing
pair
that
of
you
clothes.
should have thrown away a long time ago.
Yeah,
Or is it one that's like you've had it for a good amount of time, but it's like your favorite pair and it's just got ruined?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like, well, one, I wear jeans to work every day, and it's just easy to throw these on, and I probably wash them like every couple of days. Like I don't wash them every yeah. They're jeans. You could wear them a couple times. I think I'm just like at work. I'm bending down a lot, and I think that's fraying. And I do a lot of walking, so I think that's cutting in between. I don't know. It sucks because I feel like I only had these for like 6 or 7 months.
I think we give a moment of silence to these pants.
Yeah, I think so too.
How do we honor them? Hey everyone, welcome to Coast in the Mediaverse. I'm Michael.
And I'm Brian.
And we are back.
What's going on, y'all?
How have you all been doing? How are you doing, Brian?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for today's episode.
So am I. Do you want to give the honors? What is it?
Yeah, guys, today we're talking about Pokemon. I want to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
Copyright stricken. We're done.
We're
Cut
done.
that episode out.
Nintendo came for us right now, actually.
Actually?
We got to go.
I hear them in the
Yeah, no,
walls.
we're so excited to talk about Pokemon. Some of you probably remember that poll that we did when we were talking about our starters.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just a lot of fun. It was actually kind of cool to see it was split between three. Like,
Yeah.
there was never really one that was like only this starter.
Yeah, there were some that were definitely bigger than the others. Like you can see like one, I think what generation was it where I think it was Gen 4 where Chimchar took like the lead on one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but then you're right. There was never one where in a generation where nobody picked it.
Some of my favorites was seeing that it was tied. Like it'd be like one was like 3 and then the other one were like 10 or whatever. You know? So, that's why 3 starters are in existence, and that's kind of one of the classic things about Pokemon. The 3 starter, what do you choose?
Real quick, did you do Pokemon Go when it was happening?
I did.
Where were you red team, blue team, yellow team?
Oh, Team Mystic. Only team to go.
Okay, so I remember everybody, was it Valor, Mystic, and what was
the red one? I don't remember.
Well, so everyone was picking red and blue around me, and I remember being like,
oh, Team Insight.
Yeah, I remember being like, yo, Zapdos is cool as hell. So I went with Zapdos.
You didn't even know your team name?
No, bro, this was years ago.
Whatever.
I got into Pokemon Go for like a week, and then I was like, this is not that great. Because I like the battling of it, and I like doing a lot of things. If there was like a more interactive element of it, I think I would have had more fun. Just,
If only I had to walk around and catch Pokemon to be interactive.
That was the fun part.
No, I had lots of waves between Pokemon Go.
Sure.
I think Pokemon Go was fun, and it kind of fell off, then it was fun. And then you had the community events. It was cool.
Yeah.
When I was in California, I played it a lot. COVID was fun to play.
Sure.
And then here in New York, I've had waves, but it's just a time.
Yeah.
So I don't do it anymore, but it's fun to look at every once in a while.
Yeah.
But speaking of Pokemon Go, what's your go-to Pokemon?
My go-to Pokemon?
Yeah.
Are we getting into like the top 6 right now then?
Sure.
Or
I was thinking about like the game, like your favorite game.
Yeah. My go-to game is Pokemon Diamond, Gen 4. I think that was the peak of my gameplay. So I'll go tell you a little bit about my gameplay, story and journey with Pokemon. My sister played Pokemon before I did growing up, and she had the OGs. She had Red and Yellow. So she had that, and then she had Gold, and then she passed those on to me. And then my first game was Ruby, and then my second game was Diamond, and that's where I was at my peak. And I played Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and then I fell off after that. I did play X and Y, or I played X, but then after that I kind of fell off again. Yeah, we'll get into it more, throughout the episode, but yeah, Pokemon Diamond is my go-to for sure.
Nice. That's a good one.
What about you?
I think, I started off with Pokemon in the beginning with the red, not even fire red, just like the really old red cartridge. And you know what? I think I lied. I started with yellow. It was actually yellow. I remember
Yellow's fun.
Yellow. I started with yellow, had a blast with that, got into silver, got emerald, and I was like religiously playing these Pokemon games every single time they came out. Every time a new console came, whether it was like Game Boy DS, 3DS, I was always grabbing it just so I can play the new Pokemon
Essentially,
game.
yeah.
Just so much fun. I fell off during Black and White.
Oh, yeah.
Never. Actually, before that, I fell off.
Did you play Black and White?
No, I never played Black and White, and I actually fell off during Diamond and Pearl too.
Okay.
I never played Diamond and Pearl.
You didn't play Diamond
remake.
and Pearl. Gotcha. Okay.
On. So I fell off for a bit, then I got back into it when they started doing the remakes and they started bringing in newer games.
Yeah.
And yeah, but other ones that stand out for me aren't even just the handhelds. It's like the ones on the GameCube or in the Nintendo 64.
Ooh.
Like Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah.
Which has some of the best mini games ever. I don't know if you've ever played.
No. Explain the mini games.
So in the Nintendo 64 for Pokemon Stadium, they have like a whole bunch of different mini games you can play, kind of like Mario Party in a way.
Oh.
But it's themed around Pokemon. Like there's one that's called Magikarp Splash, where you have to click the A button as fast as you can and try to see how many times you can get like a hit in the win, and whoever has the most wins. They had like a toss, like a ring toss game where Ekans are popping out of the holes.
Why do I not remember this? And was this just Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like they made it just for this. It was like one of the things they did to be different.
Sure.
It was, for me and my family, awesome.
Nice.
They had one where it's like Clefairy's you're at school and she's the teacher, or they're the teacher.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to follow the button presses that they're doing, and if you miss one, you get like smacked with a hammer.
Yeah. So
fun.
That's so funny. I actually have never seen that. You were telling me a lot about Pokemon Stadium. You can get it now on the new Switch, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to play that.
They have it on the expansion pack, which is, yeah, you guys, I think the Switch 2 is happening for me because of Pokemon. Yeah. Again, so tradition for me to get Pokemon or a new console for Pokemon, because I would love to play the new things coming out, and the Switch 2 has that new expansion pack where you can play 64 games, GameCube games, and so you get to play all those Pokemon
awesome.
The Pokemon games that you get to play on those. Like, I'm hyped.
Yeah, I did not have the Switch for the longest time. I wish that I did because I wanted to play some of the other new generations. I just got the first Switch last year, so I don't think it makes sense for me to buy the Switch 2 yet. I don't know.
And that's so fair.
But Pokepia, the one that everyone's talking about as we're recording, like, is all the rage, and it looks so fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is the thing. Those kind of games like Animal Crossing, Sims, they take a lot. You have to really commit. But something about Pokemon gets that itch in me that's like, yeah, I want to play that.
I love that they talk. I love that you can talk to the Pokemon. To me, that makes it 10 times better.
And I saw there's a Charmander meme going around where I threw up. Whoever wrote that in, give them a promotion.
I know.
Like, that was wonderful. That is so good.
Yeah. Giving them personalities like that, that's just, it's exciting.
And I actually haven't seen much, which I'm kind of glad about because I want to experience it for the first time.
Sure.
But I've heard how, like, huge the game is and how, like, you just finish fixing one place of your town and then you find out there's, like, a whole bunch more. Mm-hmm. But it's so fun. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for the new Pokemon coming out.
I was just about to say, are you going to play the new one?
Oh, for sure. Day up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you decided on a starter?
So I think kind of like what I said last time, I have to go with, was it Pompon?
Pombon. You're going to go with Pombon.
Only because it's Pomeranian, and that's like my childhood dog growing up, so I feel like I have to. But don't get me wrong, that little chicken's looking at me.
Little chicken
looking at me like, bro, you don't pick me, I'm gonna kill you.
Also, I mentioned last time that the internet was telling me that this newest one was from Japan, like it was set around the Japan islands. That's the first 4 games. Like, so the first 4 regions, like in the generations, are different areas of Japan. This one's Indonesia.
Oh, you were off.
Yeah, I was way off. So some people are gonna listen and be like, oh, it's based off Japan, like the first 4 games, Brian? And it's like, no. Because like 5 is Gen 5 is New York, in the New York area. I think X and Y was like Paris area, and then it bounces around. But yeah, this one is Indonesia. So it looks really cool, and I'm really
Pokemon,
excited to see.
Wind and Waves?
Winds and Waves.
Winds and Waves. Do you know which edition you're getting just based off of that?
I mean, that's tough because, like I said, I don't have a Switch 2 at the moment. I probably won't play it at release. I mean, it's not coming out till like 2027, so
next year
I could possibly get
a Switch 2.
Then.
Worst case, we do we share a session, play for the pod.
I'd do that. I don't know. Winds and Waves. It all comes down to the box legendary for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Are you a box legendary kind of guy?
If Winds, so I'm assuming Winds will have to be some type of flying type Pokemon, and then if the Waves Pokemon, if it's like a cool legendary water type, I might do that. Because what if it was like a sea serpent monster or something? Like, I don't know. I'm excited for what they cook up.
Yeah.
And at the end, it's whatever the box art is for me.
That's so fair. By vibes, I think I'm going with Winds.
Yeah, okay.
And I think similarly, hopefully there's something cool like a flying legendary, but
yeah,
we'll see. But speaking of types,
yeah,
what kind of type are you? What kind of, if you had a gym, what do you think your type would be?
Well, first I want us to guess each other's, what we think the other person would be, not what we think the other person would
what they're giving, what I think you're giving versus what you think you would like to have.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so guess me first.
Guess you first?
Yeah.
Dude, you might disagree.
Okay.
You might disagree.
I'm looking.
I think you're like electric steel.
And so I'm a fusion gym.
Yeah. Well, like you're steel with like some electric Pokemon.
Oh, I'm steel with electric.
Yeah. Maybe flip-flop. I don't know about that.
Or electric with steel. That is interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for you give me poison fighting.
Whoa, interesting. Okay. Why's that?
I don't know. I think that it's just like you're such a lax guy. Like you're so chill. I think your Pokemon speak for you, right? And they're all about it. They're like,
what are some poison Pokemon? Is Gengar's a poison?
Poison Ghost?
Yeah. I would love to have that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. How accurate was I?
On my guess?
On your end?
No. Off, because I think if I was a gym type, I would either be that obnoxious dragon gym,
sure, or
a ghost. But I feel like I've been leaning very heavy ghost lately.
Actually, now that I think about it, okay, so I was going off two different things. I was debating ghost for a while because like you're the horror movie guy in my eyes.
Love that.
I was thinking horror dragon would actually be insane.
Ghost dragon?
Yeah, like horror dragon. Yeah, ghost dragon. Yeah. Ghost dragon would be sick for you, actually. Like in hindsight, if you had some ghost Pokemon, some dragon. Is there a ghost dragon?
Yeah.
Is there?
Dragonpult.
Oh, cool. Oh, yes, I have seen that. It's one of the later generations.
One of the newest one that just came out.
Yes. I have seen that. That's really cool. You'd rock that. That makes a lot of sense for you. I see you as like a techie person.
Okay.
So I don't know. For some reason, I just felt you being in like a tech type area would just be your thing. I feel like you'd have a Pikachu. You'd have like a Rotom.
Nice. Okay.
You'd have a Steelix.
Ooh, Steelix goes hard.
Yeah. I could definitely see that, but I could definitely see Ghost Dragon for you heavy.
And I think I'm gonna change my answer before you give me the real one. I think you give not poison fighting, but ground fighting.
Okay.
I think ground fighting. I don't know why I said poison.
No, you're good.
Ground fighting is what you give.
I've always said ground is probably my one. Ground fighting makes a lot of sense. I like that ground and rock are separate because I'm not really a rock person, but I do think I'm more ground.
You're ground.
I've always said like ground grass or ground fighting makes a lot of sense. I actually do vibe with that heavy, so I'll take it.
Also, I mean, grass would be a good choice for you too.
Yeah, because like I was thinking about like some of the Pokemon that I really like, and I do think a good amount of them center somewhat around fighting or ground.
Like I said, you're just a centered net. Like you're centered
I'll take it.
You have a little spirit in you. And hey, people
it.
say our Pokemon are a reflection of us. Or maybe
hey.
we're a reflection of them.
Yo, I'm grounded, but I also can throw down.
And spooky skeletons for me.
I'm accurate, yes. With that, do you want to get into like what we would call our 6?
Yeah, should we just get into that?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty exciting.
I think we should too.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk a little bit more like our favorite types through the years and whatnot. I don't know about you. Mine is gonna have a theme of a lot of the older types.
Yeah, so I guess, do you want to do honorable mentions or do you want to get into 6? No, let's do 6 and then honorable
we'll
mentions.
Get into the honorable.
So the only honorable mention shout out I'm going to say before we get into our 6 is the team I'm going to show all of you is a team that I actually just recently cultivated in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Okay.
So it's the newest team that I've made, and I had a lot of fun with this team. We bonded in so many amazing gym fights, and so I think that's why I'm bringing them to the table.
Sure.
I kept out starters that I love because this is the team that I felt like was that one.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm going first.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the top of my list, we have Metagross.
Oh.
Which
Metagross works for you.
So fun. And Steel was close. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. Something about Metagross I've just always been obsessed with, like as a little Beldum in the
Metagross I've always wanted, but it takes a lot to evolve.
Yeah.
So I just never could.
Tyranitar. Because I need my tanky boy.
All right. That's in my honorable mention.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Love Tyranitar.
Gotta have an evolution. Mine's Umbreon.
Oh, yeah, that works for you.
Yeah. Yep. I always name him Jack-O-Loon for some reason. It's just something I do. Ditto.
Ditto, you got a
Ditto is so awesome. Ditto's probably one of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Ditto's really cool.
And which is why the new game is so sick to be playing a Ditto.
Yeah.
But I think it's so cool to always have someone on reserve that can quite literally copy what one of your opponents has, right? You're just a little bit faster than them, is like how he has an ability where he automatically transforms to the first Pokemon he sees.
Yeah.
And if you have like a Silk Scarf, I believe, on him, he's a little bit faster.
That's cool.
Because he gets all your stats, but a little bit more now.
A little bit more, yeah.
And I just think that's cool. And also shout out to horror movies, The Thing, right? The Thing is basically Ditto.
Oh my god.
Togekiss.
Whoa,
I do love Togepi so much.
Yeah, Togepi's great.
I mean, I got it tattooed on my arm.
Yeah, so, yeah, you do.
I think Togekiss is just such a fun Pokemon. Fairy is a must-have on the team, and so I think Togekiss is obviously that one for me.
Hell yeah.
And my last one,
yeah,
Dragonpult, which is why I was holding my energy in.
That's
because
so
it's
fair.
My Dragon Ghost.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's so funny because typically when I'm building a team, like it is nice to use new Pokemon that are coming out because you're experiencing the generation. I do think a lot of the times I'm someone who like has favorites from older generations, and I'm like, I just kind of want to sit with these.
Yeah.
But Dragonpult came out and my life of Pokemon was changed.
Well, yeah.
I was like, Dragonpult is that one. Like I'm obsessed with Dragonpult.
Yeah. I love that a lot. That's really cool. So
Dragonpult
is Dragonpult your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh, good question. I think right now, yeah. I think Dragonpult's my favorite.
And are any of those that are in your starting 6, or would you call any of those your favorites?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Dragonpult has been my new favorite.
Yeah.
I think Jack-O-Loon, I'm calling him his name. Yeah. Like he's mine. Umbreon is my favorite evolution, and I've just had him since he first came out. Ditto, I think, is probably my favorite 151.
Sure. Okay.
Ditto's so fun. Love Tyranitar. Tyranitar is that Pokemon that you saw and you're like, whoa.
Do you remember I think it was the Celebi movie where Tyranitar is in it. I don't know if I'm confusing two movies, but there's one where they're like raising or helping a Larvitar, and then a giant Tyranitar just like starts wrecking shit.
Oh no, that sounds.
And
so
I remember
familiar.
being like, "Yo, Tyranitar's cool as hell."
Yeah.
Tyranitar's in my honorable mentions because when I listed out my favorite Pokemon, I had a list of like 20.
Sure.
And then I just stopped when I was like, okay.
I mean, there's so many favorites, and when I go on with them, I'm gonna have to keep rambling till I stop. But like I said, this is the team that I just carried in the most recent game, so I got to give them that shout out.
Yeah,
that's kind of like one of my favorite things when you beat a game, and then you get that like photo of all your 6 Pokemon that you took to the Elite Four.
Yeah.
So the last one that I had, they get a shout out.
That's fair. I respect that.
Let's go to you.
Okay, for me, this is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm gonna do my starting 6. I didn't do it the same way you did, like with your most recent.
It's totally fair.
This is just I was like, I gotta have my. If I had 6 Pokemon to go on an adventure with, this is what I'd bring. So I also kind of balanced it out with like types and whatnot. My first one, Sandshrew.
Nice.
I've been loving Sandshrew since day one. I love Sandshrew so much, and by association, Sandslash. I'm the type of person that I will try to prevent their evolution until I feel like I'm ready to move on. And I did that with Sandshrew all the time.
I love that about you. That's really cool.
So I'm actually playing Omega Ruby right now, and I want to show my starting 6 from that. Like I have my DS on me right now, and my Torchic wanted to evolve at 16, and I was like, what if you evolved at 20?
And I think there might be a strategy to that, like in what experience they gain in certain evolutions.
Oh, for real?
I don't know. See, when I play Pokemon, I am not playing in the most like IV training way. No. I wish I worked that way because it would be cool to have the IV train team. I just don't work that way, and I'd rather just play.
I am the person that they get 4 moves, and all 4 of those moves are attacking. I don't do any status effects moves.
No Leer.
Maybe one if it like really affects like Mean Look or something. So
like
I can
Sword Dance.
Maybe like I don't know, but so I just beat one gym in Omega Ruby, so I have a lot of low Pokemon. So a lot of their moves, whether you like it or not, are just status effective moves.
Yeah.
And the second they all level up to get new ones where they do damage, I'm like, yeah, sub them in.
Fair.
And that's how I've played Pokemon my entire life. I know people will like clown on that, and I don't care.
That's why I love Pokemon. You play the way you want to.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
I know people that are like, oh, I just caught like 4 of this one Pokemon in a row, but they don't have the temperament that I want.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
And again, I get it for those people. I like playing where it's almost like a one shot where you're just like, nope, that one, and whether their temperament or whatever I'm getting, that's what it is. And then we're going to build a personality around you.
Yeah.
You know?
But anyways, so Sandshrew, Sandslash, in my top. My next one is my Arcanine.
Nice.
I love Arcanine so much. Just big dog. That's it.
I mean, Arcanine's that Pokemon that I grew up. You see 151, you see Gary with his big dog, and you're like, that dude's cool because his Arcanine's cooler.
In the original Pokemon theme, when they just show a lot of the old like 151, there's 2 millisecond clip of Arcanine running.
It's him like leaping and running. Yeah,
and it just looks so. Oh, it's what I love about Pokemon. Even though it's just big dog, I'm like, yeah, I wish that existed in the real world. Like, it's so fun. And I think one of the newer games allowed you to like ride some Pokemon.
Yes.
And it was Arcanine was one of them, and I was like, I want to play this game just so I can do that. But yeah, getting into my next one, Golem.
See,
Golem is sick.
That's sick. Golem's awesome.
Because this also is in another thing. There was an episode of the Pokemon, the anime, and I just remember being obsessed with Golem. I think he got really heated up. I think like someone like was shooting fire at him. He was just like getting red hot. I have not seen this in maybe over 20 years at this point, but something about that. I was just like, yeah, that one looks cool.
Yeah.
Also, I was playing Heart Gold recently. It's impossible to get a Golem nowadays because a lot of the third evolutions in those games,
you have to
trade with someone, and you can't really do that when you're playing a really old game that nobody else is playing. So my Haunters stayed Haunters when I wanted Gengars and things like that.
Oh god, I love Gengars on all mention.
But yeah, so Golem is awesome. He looks awesome. And okay, going into my number 4, the Blaziken.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love my Torchic. Love Torchic to death. Didn't want it to trade. Didn't want it to evolve. But as soon as I get past Combustion's cool, but I can do without Combustion. And I'm so excited for Blaziken. I'm so excited for Blaziken.
Blaziken's so cool because he looks almost like how I love when Digimon look when they Digivolve.
Yeah.
And to just mix the two for a second because I do love both of them. Blaziken is like the best Digimon Pokemon we have.
Yes. Yeah. I feel that way. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Something about it where it's just fighting chicken. It's just so good. And as a Gen 3 and 4 fan, like, that was my peaks.
Yeah.
I always went Torchic. I know Mudkip is the one that's technically, like, better in that region because, you know, stats and, you know, the types going against other gyms. That being said, I love me a good Blaziken. And that brings me to my number 5, which is also a starter, Torterra. So starting out with Turtwig. My first time playing Diamond when I was a kid, I remember my friend did Turtwig, and when I saw what Torterra looks like, I restarted my game.
Whoa. Just like that. You just said,
I love Infernape. Infernape is really cool. I have a keychain of Infernape skateboarding that one of my friends custom made me. It's really cool. It's, you know, like, it's one of a kind. It's awesome. I love Infernape. Torterra is my guy.
Yeah, Torterra is baller.
Torterra is awesome. And I just love, like, the lore of it. Like, there's a lot of different cultures that have, like, people living on the back of turtle type things. Stephen King, Avatar, they have, like, you know, just big turtles and people and animals
representing
living on the back.
In our medias, yeah.
And there are some things in Pokemon where it's like, oh, Torterra is so big that it has enough room for people or Pokemon to live on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool as hell. And then my last one, Gyarados. As you can probably tell, I love my 151. And I specified that it's the shiny Gyarados that you can get from the Heart Gold or Gold in general. If you go to the lake and it's raining, people are like, oh, I think we saw a red Gyarados out there. And you go to catch it. That is the one thing I always seek to do. Gyarados is just awesome. And when you throw that little bit of, you know, the redness instead of the blue, it's peak.
That's sick. See, and I love Gyarados, and Gyarados is always someone I want on my team. But growing up playing with my sibling, with my brother, and, you know, my sister too, but
yeah,
that was like that specifically, that red Gyarados in my head was always that's his. That's his Pokemon, okay. Because Gyarados is one of his favorite, if not maybe top. And specifically that red Gyarados was always like the one I was like, yeah, that's his.
And that's so valid.
And it's also like so cool in Pokemon when they have like, if you got into the trading cards, if you're into the trading cards at all.
Yeah, definitely.
They have like certain Pokemon that are like a trainer's
Pikachu
or whatever specifies. So it's like, for me, it's like that's Mark's Gyarados, and it's like the red Gyarados, and it's so cool. I love that. That's a great team though.
Thank you. We should try to like make those and like duke them out.
I was gonna say, could we battle with these teams?
That'd be pretty sick.
Be pretty cool. That'd be fun.
Did you have the Pokemon cards growing up?
I did. So I grew up with Pokemon cards. I like was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh was my start.
Okay.
And so I had a lot of Pokemon cards, and then I am like a lot of other people where a lot of your cards get lost or stolen, or you don't know where they are anymore, and it sucks because he's probably sitting on a gold mine.
I was just about to say, because I know for a fact I had a couple really, like, I didn't beat up my cards. I definitely took them out and like showed friends and whatnot, but I kept them in books. And I know for a fact I have OG Charizards. And I'm just like, those cost money.
Where?
Now. I don't know. You know, great question.
Somewhere at home?
Somewhere in my parents' home, in my old stuff. I have tried to look many times. I've only found stupid baseball cards that like, trust me, like, I know baseball cards also can go for a lot of money. These are not the real ones. So they're not, like, my parents knew I was very into like TCGs and stuff like that growing up. So I had a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, I had a lot of Pokemon, had a lot of, you know, baseball cards. I'm just so mad that I cannot find these. I found like old tins that have a lot of, like, a stack of old things, but no idea where my OG binders are.
Yeah, the day you find them,
I'm gonna find the nearest con, and I'm just gonna drive there because I know it's gonna be a lot of money. Because I work at a place where, you know, I'm dealing with Pokemon cards every day, and people are always talking about it, and I'm like, I need to find them.
as I'm no longer a collector of cards, I do like to see people's reels every now and then of them at like Pokemon cons trading cards, and that to me is fun. I like seeing people enjoy it, and yeah, some cards. There's someone bought like a Charizard for $2,000, and it wasn't even the newest Charizard. I mean, the older one. It was a newer one. I'm just like, heck yeah, sick, but I can't, But so cool. And the artwork is just so nice.
The artwork, well, that's always why I collected them, because I'm sure many kids, you don't know how to play the game. You kind of just do. You kind of just have a deck or whatever.
Not me.
You knew how to play?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
learned because of the Game Boy game.
Oh yeah.
There was a Game Boy game. There's a Game Boy Pokemon trading card game.
Whoa.
I forget what it's called. And basically, you're building a deck and playing, and you're like doing a whole tournament.
So me and my friend would just take 6. We would take 6 cards, like they would be our starting 6, and you would go, okay, like flip a coin, who goes first? And it's like, all right, well, this attack does 40 damage, and your card has 120 HP, so that's minus 40. And then, okay, now you go, and we just did that back and forth.
Bro said, I'm using my freaking best abilities. I'm using my hyper beam just because I said so.
Yeah, you can just do that. Yeah,
and then you're done.
And I remember we were obsessed with Wailord, because Wailord was the one that had like 200 HP health, when like everything else only had like, like 50 to 100, like depending on what it was. And so one of my friends was just like, yeah, I got like 3 Wailords. just so he had a lot of HP and was just whacking us.
And that's also a fun concept in general of like when you're playing with in the games. It would be so funny to fight someone in the wild and you just have 6 like Swamperts.
Oh my god!
Or like not even Swamperts because that's like a starter.
Yeah,
but like 6 Zubats.
Yeah, no, so playing Omega Ruby, I just came across a guy that's fishing, and he was like, I'm the best fisherman Pokemon trainer in town. And then you battle him, and it's 4 Magikarp that do not do anything. They were all level 8s to 10s, and they just did Splash.
Love that.
And I'm like, brother, why did you challenge me to this battle?
Why are you making me do this? Because they're eventually going to grow up to be big Gyarados.
I mean, imagine being a Gyarados farmer.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And
you know what? In some of the newer remakes, when you beat the game, it resets. Not resets, but it also has them level up.
Yeah.
And so it would be so cool if you fought someone in the beginning of the game that was a fisherman, a Magikarp trainer. He had 6 Magikarps. And then you come back and he has 6 Gyaradoses.
That's actually terrifying.
I know, that's epic.
Imagine a Gyarados using Hyper Beam and just obliterating like 3 of your Pokemon, and then you finally defeat it, all for another one to just pop out, and you're like, Jesus Christ. And that's the thing, because when I saw that he was like a Pokemon, you had to run into him, I was like, oh no, I have Torchic. Like, whatever he has is going to mess me up.
Yeah.
And then they just did Splash.
Yeah.
I literally had like weaker Pokemon that were like level 5s go up against these level 8 and level 10s, so to get all that XP,
XP share.
Nice. XP share is such a savior in the old games when they don't have XP share.
You have to switch them. Yeah, when you're leveling up a Magikarp, just like you throw it in the first slot and you switch it out, and one of your Pokemon's taking a hit, but that's okay because eventually he's going to come back and save him.
Exactly. Because Heart Gold had this XP share where you can only do it with one other Pokemon.
Yeah.
And now Omega Ruby, it's the whole team. Yeah. And I've been leveling everything up like crazy, and it's awesome. I think that's the way to play Pokemon.
I go back and forth. I personally, to speed the game up, yes, I like it that way too. Yeah. I know some people that love the grind.
I mean, yeah,
they love their Nuzlocke. They love their specific ways to not min-max the game, but to make it that way.
Yeah,
and I get it. I've done it. I've lived it. Bring me the new wave. Give me the XP for everyone.
While we pull up our honorable mentions and like other like favorites and whatnot, do you mind if I like pull out my DS and read like
that
what's
could have
going
been
on
a whole nother conversation. Yes, please Brian, please bring out your DS.
Okay. I want you to look at my 3DS real quick. It's hard to see
for those in the audio.
I'll send a picture in like the Instagram.
That we don't know. Okay.
It is a red 3DS with Xerneas and Yveltal from X and Y on the outside of it.
And then you got the starters in the back. This is awesome.
Dude, when I had just the DS back in the day, I also had a Diamond and Pearl one.
Whoa.
Dude, I like the ones that are decked out. And that's the other thing about me with Pokemon. I love legendaries. My current Diamond, my starting Pokemon are like my Torterra that's in like level 70s, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Heatran, and crazy enough, do you know how Pokemon you were able to trade with, like, you could trade around
Wonder
the world?
trades, yeah.
I somehow got a Gen 5 Gensect
Whoa.
to my Pokemon Diamond. And now that's just in my party. And I would love to know how that's working, but either way, it's my favorite party, party because it's so wacky.
You thought a team of 6 Gyarados is scary, but you're walking up to people in this world like, yeah, I got gods.
I have gods. I have the god of time.
Who wants to battle me? And everyone's so scared. You're like robbing them of their money. You're basically the
trainer Jimmy with a Caterpie, and I just pull up and I'm like, yeah, I've got the god of time. You want to
see a bug? I got Gensect. Good luck. Oh no, you used Harden again? You're dead. That's so funny.
I loved collecting the legendaries back in the day. I just love the lore behind them.
I see, this is the thing. I love collecting them. I love their lore. I never have them on my team because I always feel like that's cheating, and it's not. Yeah. It's definitely not. I think it's fun. I think it's great, and you work hard for them.
Yeah.
But it's just like I do get like I have to have my team be without legendary.
Yeah.
But I also think I'm not playing Pokemon to the extreme as I should sometimes by not enjoying the Pokemon who are legendary in fights, right? And I should probably in this new one I won't do it for like an Elite Four sense, just to go beat up Billy with a Caterpie and fight him with a legendary. I think that's a lot of fun. But speaking of legendary, who's your favorite?
Actually, I don't even know why I'm thinking about it. Darkrai, because Gen 4, like I said, Gen 4 was my absolute favorite. I love everything about Sinnoh. Sinnoh is really cool because the legendaries are time, space, and eternity, and the underworld and whatever. It feels very lived in, and a lot of like historic, ancient, weird stuff going on. And Darkrai was just always one of those things where I just felt he was just so mystical and weird, and you don't know much about him, and in the game you could only get him on an island after you beat the game, and all these fun things about it. It's fun, and it's a lot of, I just always thought Sinnoh was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's always like a generation that you start with, typically, is which one you like the most. Like, I was obsessed, obviously, with the 3 birds for a while.
Yeah.
But I think the one that really stood out to me was Rayquaza.
Yeah.
Because I had Emerald, and it was just like, for some reason, I was having dreams of Rayquaza. It was like, I remember being young and seeing Rayquaza in my dream in like a sewer for some reason, and it was telling me to do things. I'm like, whoa, okay. Rayquaza, what? Huh? Okay, I'm a Warlock now to Rayquaza. This is awesome. And so he stuck with me, and Lugia.
Yeah, I was never a big Lugia person. I was more Ho-Oh.
I like Lugia because I had it was like a really cool pocket holder for like your Game Boy and stuff, and it had him on top with Ho-Oh on the right.
Sure.
It was so cool.
You nailed it on the head with Rayquaza. Like, minus Darkrai, Rayquaza, and Deoxys, for some reason, I just think they're cool as hell.
Oh yeah, Deoxys because of the movie. He was he was epic in that movie.
That's the thing. The movies also help it, because the Rise of Darkrai was one of the ones that like I watched, and I remember just being obsessed with it. I just love legendaries, even though going into it now, like I'm playing Omega Ruby right now. Do I get Groudon? Do I get Rayquaza? Do I get Deoxys? Do I get the Regis? Like the Regis
are fun.
Regirock is really cool. I like his design. The other Regis are like okay. Regigigas I've never been able to get because it's like impossible in Gen 4. You have to do too much. But it's really, really cool. I like the idea of the Regis. Like ancient Pokemon.
I like the unknowns. Unknowns are awesome.
I had an unknown in my Heart Gold that I was boosting up like a lot.
That's cool.
And I was just like, it's just fun to have them.
I also like Pokemon that should be legendary, but they aren't. Like Porygon
pseudos?
feels like a legendary.
Porygon?
Pseudos. I mean, Tyranitar is a pseudo.
Yeah.
Ditto feels like
Ditto,
a legendary because of obviously being the failed experiments.
That's not even like real.
I know it's not
lore.
canon, but it is canon.
No, it is canon. To me, it's full canon.
Full canon.
That yes, if people don't know, the theory goes that Dittos are failed Mew clones. That what eventually led to Mewtwo. So they would the similarities being that they are the same color. They're both shinies. Their shinies also turn into the same color. They're the only Pokemon that know transform. And you can capture in the OG games, you can capture Dittos in the place where like Mewtwo was made, essentially.
Yeah.
And like, it's saying that like
pretty much that they escaped and they're there. Which I'm lying. I think Mew is my favorite legendary.
Mew's a classic, and that's the thing. If you say Mew or Mewtwo, it's like it's hard because they're amazing.
They're awesome, but Mew specifically just so cool. In that movie, the original Pokemon movie that has me sobbing every time I watch it.
I pull that quote out every now and then to people, and like if you get it, you're just like nice reference. If you don't, you're just like, whoa, what is that from? And you're like, the Pokemon movie. It's like, what?
That would be fun for like one of the letterbox games where you read this out loud and people are saying the most intense philosophical movies. And it's like, yep, it's Pokemon.
Ooh, OG Pokemon movie or film?
Film, hands down. Don't even have to think about
Martin Scorsese, absolute
cinema. That is a film, and no, it's a movie, but it's great freaking movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I don't know about the other Pokemon movies, but I will say it has no reason being like that heart. Like it has so much heart.
It has so much heart and so much like emotion, and also like the scene when they're first going to the island.
Yes.
And it's like there's a storm and everyone's like, no, we can't do this, it's dangerous. And you see everyone lock in and they're like trying to get there, and it's like I was nervous for them as a kid. I'm freaking out like, oh my god. Like,
oh, and you're just like,
so
and
good.
The way they build up Mewtwo, you're just like, what is this thing? Like it's feels. That's what I liked about Legendaries, is that it's not just like, oh, this is the fun new thing that we have. Like, come take a look at this. It's like they should feel like intimidating.
Yeah.
Even if they're not an intimidating Pokemon.
They should aura farm.
Yes. Like Mew, like when you are seeing Mew in the game or the movie, it should be very exciting. You should be like, wow, I'm seeing like history. This is a legendary thing that, you should be blessed to see it, like.
And I think because sometimes we all know like what shiny Pokemon are. If you don't know what a shiny Pokemon is, shiny Pokemon are the super rare version of a Pokemon. They have one version which is traditionally a different color, but a lot of times it's like a different font of the same color, which is lame. I wish that the shinies looked like the clones from the movie, the 151 movie, where they had like the tattoo looking marks on them.
Oh, okay.
I think that's so epic.
That would look sick. I just have a problem whenever the shinies are just like a shade different.
Sure.
Like, change the color, do a little thing, like, make it interesting. Were you big with collecting shinies back in the day?
I was not a shiny hunter.
I was gonna say, have you ever come across one?
My first shiny Go figure was in Pokemon Go.
Oh,
as a Magikarp.
Okay, that's actually kind of. You got a shiny Magikarp?
Yeah, and then I stopped playing, and everyone who I played with got really mad because they're like, "If you're not even gonna play, give it to me." And I'm like, "No, it's mine."
No,
I got that, and I
almost want to download Pokemon Go and be like, "Yo, give that to me
right now." He's mine. Get away.
My only shiny I've ever seen in my all years of playing, Blowzil.
Excuse me, what?
It's a Gen 4.
Which one is it? Give me like how it looks.
It looks like a oh god, I don't know. It looks like a ferret or like an otter.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Is he?
Yeah, I'm being told by our producers that it's called Floatzel. Yeah, or is that the? Yeah.
And you found it in live? Like in the game when you were playing?
Yeah, I remember seeing the shiny and it did the thing where it spun, it like, does a thing.
Yeah. See, I feel like that was a thing too growing up. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
producer showed me a photo right now, and that was one of Ash's Pokemon in one of the TV shows.
Was
like,
it really?
That was one of his like aces.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, Floatzel was. I saw that and I was like, "Whoa! I don't think I've ever seen a shiny before." I think I killed that.
Took it
I
out.
don't think I saved it.
This is the thing.
Like,
I'm scared that I have seen shiny in my life and I just wailed them because I had no idea that shinies were shinies when I was first playing. I didn't know it was a concept.
Sure.
And the older you get, like the more you start knowing these things. But I don't think I ever really paid attention.
Yeah.
So I probably got rid of a lot of my shinies that could have been there.
I don't know what I would do because, like I said, I treat the legendaries very important when I'm playing them. I don't know what I would do if I saw a legendary.
I'm throwing my Master Ball at it.
I'm an idiot because when I grew up, I used to only save Master Balls for those legendaries.
Oh yeah, that's what I would do too.
But like, I don't know. I talk to people and they're like, no, you save it for a shiny or you save it for like a pseudo, like a thing that you're trying to get.
No, you catch the legendary with the Master Ball. That's just what traditionally I'm getting Mewtwo in this Master Ball.
But that's the thing. So people also say like there are other legendaries in every game. Like it's not just like the box art one. But I always catch
the box art one is going in my
with
Master
the
Ball.
Master Ball.
Yeah,
and that's so stupid. Like in hindsight, it's stupid. Haven't gotten it yet. By the way, pass that back to me.
I thought we were opening it.
What?
They're gonna open it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna open it. So can I read off my
yes,
okay? So right now, in my starting 6, I just beat the Rock type gym for the first one. I have a level 20 Combuskin. I've got a level 15 Nuzleaf. I've never had a Nuzleaf or anything like the C-Dot.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's actually becoming one of my favorites.
Nice.
So Nuzlocke, my Nuzleaf might pop up there. Wingle, just because I need a water type at the moment.
Yeah.
A water and a flying. Ralts, who I'm looking forward to evolving because I think those Pokemon are really cool later on. Poochyena.
Love that. Yeah.
Hot take. I can't wait to get a better Pokemon.
then get him off your team. You don't deserve him.
I know, I don't.
You don't deserve him.
I really don't. He's really cute. I don't like the one that he turns into.
Why?
I don't know.
He has Intimidate. He's tough.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
Whatever. What?
And then
this guy stinks.
And then this one that I forget its name, but hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now. But it's that fighting one, the sumo wrestling one. But the kid traded to me.
Yeah.
The kid in the game named it Mackit, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why'd you do that? I'm gonna look for it right now, and then when I do, I'll tell you guys what it is.
While bro does that, I'm gonna yap about how I'm going to play Fire Red or Leaf Green soon, and I'm going to be putting it all over social. So be ready for me to be annoying. I cannot wait to get back into the 151 again. It's just like, I mean, there's so many great generations of Pokemon. 151 was just the one for me, right? I started with it and it's just classic, and I'm glad to see a lot of people getting into 151 phases nowadays. So yeah, we'll see who I put my starter as, and maybe we even do a 151 episode soon. Yeah, I'd love to there's so much Pokemon to talk about. Like, we do not have the time in the world to do all of it. Breakdowns would be awesome, but 151.
I was gonna say, when Winds and Waves comes out, I think we should do like a quick series of these, maybe like different things, but definitely at minimum I'd want to do the first 3 generations, and at bare minimum just the 151. But the one that I was looking for was the Makuhita.
Yes.
That little guy, I traded him for a Slowcath or Slagoth.
Yeah. The Sloth.
And I didn't even, because it was like, do you want my Mackit? And I was like, yeah, sure.
You didn't even know what it was.
And then it traded that. I was like, oh, I remember this Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I'm relearning Gen 3 because, like I said, I haven't played it in a really long time. So it's been fun to just do that.
Gen 3, if I'm not mistaken, introduced 2 concepts. One was the duo teams, right?
Correct.
Where you can have 2 battles, which is awesome. Those are my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I love having the 2 Pokemon.
Oh, it stresses me the hell out.
It's
and
so
I hate
cool.
when you use something like surf and then it hurts everybody, or like earthquake, and I'm like, bro,
yeah,
what are you doing hurting your own team?
And then
tell them to jump or something.
Then you got the beauty contests, right?
I saw beginnings of this, and I want to look into it more because I didn't do that.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
yeah, I enjoyed it because each move is like cool, tough, cute, whatever, and it's like it's not even about being the strongest move. It's just like which one looks the coolest.
Yeah,
it's things like that. Like I love Pokemon for the things that we all love it for the battling, for the collecting, for the Pokedex, for the lore. But I also love the little niche things they do every single one. Even when they do fun things like Mega Evolution, Dynamaxing, I enjoy it because it's new and it's something. It's like a thing that they put a twist on. Do I want it all the time in my battles? No. Like I like classic 6 battles, but it's just cool to see what else they do in Pokemon.
Yeah, when I was in X and Y, I really liked Mega Evolutions just so I can see more crazier versions of Pokemon that I already liked.
For sure.
Like I remember when Gengar was announced, and it's like that giant, like looking. It just looks so different, but they look awesome.
Shiny Gengar should just be white.
Oh,
should have always been that way instead of just being a mega color change. But yeah,
I'm really having a good time with Hoenn region. What's your favorite region off the top of your head? Do you have any preference?
I don't know if I have a preference. I mean,
like I said, I really like Sinnoh just because it feels very ancient and lived in that type of aspect. But I do remember in Gen 2, like with Heart Gold, I keep saying Heart Gold, but that's the ones I played a lot. I played Heart Gold when it came out, and then like 6 months ago. I really like that one town with the tower and then the burnt down tower where you can find the legendary dogs. Something about that world is also really interesting, but to me, Sinnoh is just really cool. I just love how it gets to very mountainous and how ancient it feels.
Yeah. And like you said, there's just a little bit of things that change in each Pokemon. That's so cool. But I just kind of like all of them because it's just like a blend.
And I'm excited for Winds and Waves for that reason because I feel like it's just going to be a bunch of islands. Like it's going to be like an archipelago.
Maybe like an island hopping kind of thing is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So, I mean, maybe getting the water type for that, or maybe the grass type, gives you like a bit of an advantage.
I mean, we'll see because, I mean, with you have the water, you still got the... you're on the island, which is this land of itself.
Could have volcanoes and stuff.
I'm assuming volcanoes are going to be in there.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this new Pokemon.
For sure. I'm excited to see what new Pokemon are coming out. That's, I guess, like, sometimes I feel like some of the newer Pokemons could be misses. And it's just hard to replicate. Like, I feel like fans do a very good job about creating their own Pokemon. And then we don't get those. So I'm hoping that this one has some cool, new, exciting Pokemon. And also, I hope that they bring back some of our old favorites, some of our nostalgia picks. I didn't talk about some of my honorable mentions, but if I get the chance to do it, I would talk about Snorlax.
Snorlax, classic.
Love Dragonite was my go-to dragon for a while. Miss him. Lapras. Lapras is a big hitter.
Lapras to me, I don't know how to describe it. It looks really cool, and I think as a Pokemon, it's perfect. I just never it just doesn't do it for me.
That's fair.
But I see it. I see the vision.
I've only had it on my team, I think, one time when I was younger, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, I guess because it doesn't evolve into anything. It's just a standalone Pokemon.
I think standalone Pokemon.
And for me, I like when it does
the evolve. I also really like Mimikyu.
Mimikyu is really cool.
A new Pokemon that's really, I guess not as new anymore. So cool. Clefairy? Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I've also liked the new generation Pokemon. That's the thing. I listed a lot of Pokemon. I've been talking a lot about the first 3 generations and the first 4. Because after that, I don't really have any sways one way or the other. However, the one where it's like the ghost and it's in the mask, and then the evolved form is like the coffin or I think that's really cool looking. I think as a Pokemon, I think it's really cool because its lore is like it's trapped in the mask and everything, and I think that it's really cool.
What can I say? Ghost Pokemon just have great lore.
Ghost Pokemon are really cool. What's that one where it looks like a chandelier and it's It's like
I forget
it's a
the name, but I
ghost
know what
type,
you're
but
talking about.
it
Yeah,
looks
it's like
really
ghost
cool.
fire, yeah.
And it's a ghost fire, and that's what I think is the coolest part. Because I think Pokemon needs to blend these types more. Because you get a lot of ground rocks, you get a lot of like fighting, and I just want more variety. You know, like anytime you pair fairy with anything, it feels really cool. But you know, go in. Do a fire water. Is a fire water a thing?
You know why I don't think it's fire water?
I would love to see. I mean, if there is, like, you know,
Yeah, maybe this new gen.
let us know down in the comments. I don't know. But yeah, real quick before we also get out of here, do you have any Pokemon you just can't stand?
Can't stand. No, I don't. See, that's the thing. I think the one I think of when you say that is the ice cream one. Forget what it's called.
Sure.
That one bugs me. But what about you?
My biggest problem, I don't like the ones that are just big dudes. And by that I mean like Incineroar. Like I think Litten, like with a starting type, is awesome. I think Litten's really cool. It's a fire cat. It's great. And then it turns into like a big hunky man with like a cat head. And it's just, I don't know. The Gen 5 like pseudo legendaries, which are like, it's like Thunderous and like all the ones that are like that. Yeah. They're just like genies where they're all just kind of yoked men. And then like the body of like a cloud after that.
What about Machamp? Because
I give those a pass.
Yeah, that's an honorable mention that I do
because those look like
on
Pokemon
my team because it would be so cool to just like give them like fire punch, ice punch, like give them all the punches.
Yeah,
that's it. Like we're not making this character or this Pokemon to be the best movesets. I just want to punch you.
And I know they're just dude. They are exactly what I'm saying. But to me, they feel like Pokemon. And maybe that's because they're in the 151. But I don't know. Because then, have you ever seen Sock and Throw? They're Pokemon. I don't remember what generation. Maybe it's 7 or 8. But it's these two guys, and they're just in geese. One's red, one's blue. And they just look goofy as hell.
No.
Sock and Throw.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
I'll show you after this. But basically anything like that.
Sure.
I want more variety. Or have you ever seen the one where it's like a mosquito head on like this jacked
No,
body?
I like that one actually.
Oh my
God.
That
one's so funny.
It's just not inspired. Do something. Big mosquito. That's terrifying. That's cool. Mosquito on muscly man?
Yoked.
You got me feeling like I'm like confused about
it. Yeah, I was waiting because I'm like, this dude loves this kind of stuff. Why is he saying this? Is he trying to just reflect away? Caught him alive. Clip that. I also think we didn't give enough love to the evolutions. I had mentioned it. I do.
Name your top.
Umbreon, my team.
Umbreon, yeah,
Bro's literally not listening to me. I do love Umbreon, but I think they're all really cool. I think in the first 3, I went with Jolteon.
Jolteon's my favorite.
Jolteon was awesome. I mean, Vaporeon's a tank as well.
Yeah.
But
classic.
I'm hoping they have a new one.
I would love that.
We've been waiting for a new evolution for a while. I think we're still missing a lot of types.
Yeah. So, last one was Sylveon, right?
Yeah, which was Sylveon.
I think it's crazy that like they introduced Fairy type and then they also introduced a Fairy type Eevee. Like, granted, I love Sylveon. Sylveon's really cool.
Well, I think
there are so many types.
Yeah, but that was the right move. That was the right move because they were pushing Fairy.
Yeah. I don't know.
They should give us more.
A Ghost Eevee?
Ghost Eevee would go crazy.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
A Ground Eevee?
Yeah, literally anything.
Literally all of them. Let's make a prediction right now. What do we think if they introduce a new Eevee?
Okay.
What is the type?
Because it's winds and waves, I'm going to say flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go... We're going to say dragon. I think it's finally going to happen.
Dragon Eevee would be awesome. Like, that's what I'm saying. Literally anything. At this point, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'd want a ground one because it would just be too simple. I want some, like, I want a crazy looking
I want
Eevee.
A poison Eevee.
Yeah, poison Eevee would be sick. But I think a ghost Eevee would be awesome. Fighting Eevee would even be kind of cool. Steel Eevee would be awesome.
Turns like a mech.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many options they can go.
Fighting Eevee where the ears are just like turned to like fists or something.
Yeah, like crazy. They have the ability to do so many cool things. Maybe we get more than one.
That would be cool. Maybe
we got Umbreon and
it would be
Espeon
cool
together.
to get 3 as like a going back to like the 3 legendaries. We usually always get like the birds and the dogs, but instead we get probably the wind and the wave legendaries and then 3 EVs. Give it to me.
Because we already have a waves. We already have a water type.
We already have a water.
But that could be the dragon. Maybe the legendary is a water dragon, so then they're playing on like the dragon themes of that area. I don't know, because I don't know like a lot of like Indonesian culture, but they tend to like borrow some like mythological like
I guess
elements.
we'll have to look into that and see.
Yeah, because if there's like dragon elements in that like in the lore,
sure,
I'm sure that they do something like that. But
yeah, I would have thought when they introduced Fairy, because Fairy was the dragon killer. It was supposed to be, they would have done a dragon EV2 like
to even it out,
like Umbreon and
maybe they do. Bug EV.
Bug EV.
I'm telling you,
Loki. I kind of want to make a bug team. I feel like a bug team would be fun. They've been putting out some new bugs lately. They're pretty cool.
I hate bug types. I don't care. I hate bugs. Bro, I've like massacred like 5 Wurmples in the last like 20 minutes.
Bro's going out for them.
I bring my level 20 Combuskin back to the first route you enter and fight level 4 Wurmples, and I like fire punch them. Yeah. And when my Blaziken beats the Elite Four and the champion, I'm gonna go back to that route. Level 65 right Blaziken. I'm going to go to that Wurmple and we'd be like, hey, remember me? Bah!
Insane.
I don't know.
You are literally the trauma in this world of Pokemon. Bringing your gods to fight the little puny bugs.
Yeah.
What a reflection of life.
Oh, is that Arceus? You just have God on your team? Yeah, I keep him in my pocket, you know. That's the thing. It does feel weird to do that, but at the same time, I want them.
Isn't that right, God? Why am I locked in this Master Ball? How did they get me? Okay, time to go back in now. Snoop.
Hey, God, do you want to hold this item real quick? Or like, hey, God, do you want to learn this move? It's like, bro, I just want to not be in this.
Yeah, the Pokemon's wacky. It's fun.
But with that, this episode's been a lot of fun. I like just chatting about, Pokemon. It's one of my classic go-to franchises. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to talk more about Pokemon, get into it, give themed episodes and the whatnot, and hopefully soon just play more Pokemon.
Yeah.
Can't wait for next year. Got good Switch 2 releases right now.
Yeah.
Got to play Fire Red, Leaf Green again.
Yeah. Let us know down in the comments your favorite Pokemon, your least favorite Pokemon. If we had any takes that you thought were hot, let us know. Or if you have any Pokemon hot takes, let us know. But yeah, also on top of that, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, all that fun jazz.
Wherever you take a listen, give us a shout out, and we thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for listening. If you want us to hear us talk about Pokemon again, also let us know. But with that, guys, we are coasting the Mediaverse. I'm Brian.
And I'm Michael.
Catch you later, guys. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.